Good, good evening, everyone. Welcome back for episode 7 of the Maz and Sack cast. Tonight we have a little crazy special going on. Sack, are you out of the iron lung yet?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right. So the time of the year is March Madness. The actual bracket gets revealed tomorrow. So we were talking and we came up with this thought that we were going to do a bracket of the decades of our growth as men. And uh, so the premise of this bracket is going to be the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and your favorite, the 2010s.
2010s.
Just because the 2010s is probably easier than the 70s because neither of us were born yet.
Yeah, probably.
So it kind of makes sense for that purpose. But our bracket is not going to be college basketball related. Our bracket is going to be deciding the hottest actress uh, in
Yeah,
film or TV.
yeah. I think, yeah, yeah. Hottest probably sums it up. I don't know. I'm gonna be doing more like, yeah, okay, fine. We'll just settle on that.
After all, we are pace. Who cares? So,
uh,
we have some breaking news right now at this moment. It actually touches on episode 6 of the Maz and Sack cast. The hometown Chicago Bears have traded Justin Fields to the my hometown Pittsburgh Steelers. Sack, what are you thinking right now about this?
well, first of all, the conditional like sixth to fourth round is ridiculous for a dude that you just drafted 2 years ago, number one overall. Well, I'm sorry, number two overall, right? Wait, was it
It was
number
the
one or
11.
11? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. See, I don't even fucking know. But in the first round, that's like whatever. He was in the first round, and now you just traded him for a sixth round pick that might be a fourth. If he actually plays, which I'm pretty sure the Steelers just signed Russell Wilson, and we were talking about that in that episode that like I honestly thought they were full of shit. I was talking to a buddy yesterday and I thought they were making it up that they reached out to the Bears for the trade and like just kind of put that story out there so that everyone would be like, "Oh, they don't care about Russell," and they'd back off and then they went and got Russell. Like kind of that lie in the media thing. Clearly that wasn't the case. I want to say this though before we move on real quick. What really kind of bugs me about it and what says a lot about this organization, and it does feed on our previous conversation quite a bit. They just go out and they get fucking Keenan Allen, dude. Like I would have never thought Keenan Allen would be playing for the Bears. I mean, Keenan Allen is still a really, really high level wide receiver. And add him in with DJ Moore, frees up the slot, all that other shit. So they ask him, one of the questions in his introduction interview, who he's looking forward to come to Chicago to play with the most, 100% Justin Fields. And then within 24, 48, whatever hours, Justin Fields is gone. Well, I'm very interested now. Like, did you tell Keenan Allen? Like, do you care? So you bring a wide receiver in and you say, "Oh, you wanted to play with this quarterback? Too fucking bad. You got to play with a rookie that half the scouts in the league say is toxic and disgusting instead." So here we go. Go Bears. Fucking excited.
Yeah, so on my end of local media, the Steelers have already announced Justin Fields as the backup,
A
which
backup.
is last
A
week
backup.
we anointed Justin Fields as, my God, this guy's gonna go and change the franchise. I guess he's gonna change the Steelers after this year.
What's with the Steelers picking up the Bears trash? Like first Mitch, now fucking Justin. Like what
Well,
is
Mitch
happening?
has already been shipped off to
No, I
Buffalo.
know,
So,
but Mitch was. I mean,
yeah.
they took Mitch off our hands, and I'm just. I mean, they gave us absolutely nothing, but whatever.
Yeah. So now in theory, the Bears are rolling with Tyson Badgett if Caleb gets hurt or sucks.
No, that
And they just signed Brett Rippon, who probably has never dressed before in the NFL. So I really don't understand it. You go with a veteran, but that's another time for another story.
yeah, exactly. That yeah, we're gonna move
We're
on
going to
from
talk
it.
boners here, I
Yeah,
guess.
boners.
Yeah. So tonight's show is going to be a build up for our bracket. We're going to
Hmm.
do a bracket show. What what day? Tuesday,
I don't know.
Wednesday?
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Whenever
So
you tell me that we're doing it.
later this week, we're going to go live on YouTube and Twitter and all the rest, and we're going to have our bracket ready.
Hmm.
And we'll have an interactive chat. You guys can have a philosophy in on who wins and advances and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we are 80s kids.
Hmm.
So, let's start with the 80s and just grow and mature as this show goes on.
Oh, I'm excited for that. Okay, so we're starting with the 80s, and I'm just gonna clear this up real quick. We decided that there were no like parameters, right? Like there's no definition of like, okay, they have to be this or they have to be that. So we're just kind of shooting from the hip on whatever we want to do here. Okay. Um, we're starting in the 80s. We were young. I was young. You were young. But
Well, there are a couple parameters. So
oh,
they have to
wait.
be.
Hold on. I remember. I
Yeah.
apologize for that. I shouldn't have said no parameters. There have to be accreditations in TV and movies. And
Yes.
I'm taking that very seriously because I won't mess with people that haven't made movies that I don't enjoy or wait, have okay, I'm moving on here. All right, you go first, dude. So we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna make nominations. We're gonna write down what we're doing. We're going for 20 names in each decade.
Yeah.
I lost my pen, dude. Okay, I got it. Never mind. All right. So 20 names in each decade.
And then our goal is to get a bracket of 64 or 68 or something like that.
Yep.
Um, and then we will bracket it for the next show.
Mm-hmm.
We'll reveal the bracket and we will just keep going until we have a champion.
Hell yeah.
But the other thing is because we are gentlemen here. We're not picking these people off of nude scenes because that would be wrong. So
I don't know why that needs to be said, man. Like I just don't get it. Hey, I want to nominate the chick in that one movie who's just tits out in the shower. Oh yeah, we'll go to Porky's. Like, can I nominate the chick who's naked in the shower in the intro to Naked Gun 33 and a third, please?
yeah. Let me nominate the We've Got Bush girl from Revenge of the Nerds. So there,
We've got
but
Bush.
good old booger. So these are not in any order. These are just names that we have written down, and
Okay,
I have
and we're only going to 20 for each decade. So there are going to be some that a lot of people think should be on there that we're going to leave out. There's a lot that we're going to, put in there that people don't think should be put in there. That's going to be our kind of thing. So we're picking here. Dude, you start. You got one. You get first. I get two.
okay. I have our girl Allie from Karate Kid,
My
Elizabeth
God,
Shue.
Allie. All right. I'm writing this down because I want to make sure that I'm writing them all down. I guess I could just type them up, huh? This is what comes with being old. I want to write things down. All right, let's see here. Elizabeth Shue, number 1. She'll probably be the number 1 seed. Let's I mean, if I have anything to say about it. Yeah, and absolutely, I would have absolutely stolen that if I had gone number 1. So that's how we know that we're all good there. God, there she
I mean,
is.
that kind of it shows our age. It's like I think that's one of the first movies I've ever seen at the theater. So
Karate Kid.
just yeah,
it's a
yeah.
good
It
one.
was like what 84.
Yeah. All right. I'm going for my first one here. My first one off the board is going to be Mia Sarah.
Yeah, she's on that board too.
I know.
I
She's
remember
gotta
the
be.
scene where she was in the pool. Oh man,
Dude, no, legend, man. Legend.
absolute.
If you've never seen Legend, watch Legend. It is a great movie. Everyone should see it. And it kind of has some interesting messages in it. Not to mention Tom Cruise playing it like a fairy, an elf.
He had a lot of weird roles
when he was younger. Yeah. They
Yeah.
were a weird time for everybody, bro.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
golden, pony boy.
All right, let's go. What you got next?
I have Phoebe Cates from Gremlins.
Phoebe Katz.
Oh, Katz.
No,
my apologies.
Her real name is Katz, like Katz, but she changed it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, she is like one of those underrated ones that I think is extremely overrated. Just my opinion, but that's okay. We all need we need the low man on the totem pole too. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna go a little bit older on this one. Sigourney Weaver.
I'm guessing Aliens.
Ghostbusters, bro.
Oh, okay.
No, Aliens too. I'm not arguing with any of that, but Ghostbusters. There is no Dana, only Zool.
So the next pick, I'm going to go with good old Kelly Bundy, Christina Applegate.
Yeah, that's a good one. I know we're taking these moments to write them down, and I fucking love it. It gets quiet in my head, and I'm like, all right, dude. Well, we're moving right along. Where are we? We're a quarter of the way done. Actually, yeah, there we go. With this era, this is gonna take a while, guys. Strap on the fuck in. Better come up with some fun things to say. Okay, I do have a question for you. Okay, so this is where not really a question, but this is where we're gonna get kind of weird, right? So I want to go with Tiffany Amber Thiessen right here. Okay, but I mean, 80s or 90s?
I have her for 1993, Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
Because I believe in the 80s it was the Miss Bliss show, and then 1990 it started Saved by the Bell, and she wasn't on the first season.
Okay. Well, I'm more that and see that's why I'm asking, and everything's open to interpretation. So I let's do that. Let's save Tiffany for the 90s. And I will. Man, I don't know. I got 3, and I'm like, I don't know if. I think I'm just gonna do them in order. Meg Ryan.
She's not on my list. She should be.
Joe versus the volcano.
Yes, that's a great film. When he's playing the little golf on the
it's such a dude. It's such a fun movie. Such a fun movie.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to pull out a real banger here. Heather Locklear, TJ Hooker.
Okay, so you went TV on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not even going to have to look because, like I said, I've got my next three if we're not stepping on each other's toes here. So between the two Batman ladies, I'm going to start. I'm just going to go in order and do Kim Basinger first.
Yeah.
Vicky Vale.
That's a very good pick. Yeah. All right. Well, let's pull another one out here.
All right.
Christy Brinkley.
Oh, I was wondering about. I kind of thought that was one that would have gotten by me for sure.
Really?
Yeah. But I can still appreciate it.
Yeah.
I can still. Okay, and then let's see. To finish out my little first picks list, just in case I wanted to go in order, it's going to be the other of the Batman beauties, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, I thought you were going to use her for Scarface.
No. Well, it doesn't matter. You can call it Scarface if you want. I mean, I guess that's when you're, but is Batman Returns might actually be 91 or 92, to be honest. So probably have to. I mean, if we're gonna be like that about it, but she's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, smoke show, absolute. Have you ever seen the wrestling film Body Slam? Roddy Piper, the Tonga Kid is his partner.
I don't know that I have.
Oh, it's a real gem, let me tell you. Captain Lou's in there with the Wild Samoans. Tanya Roberts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a little off the radar.
Hey, I'm a little off the radar, buddy.
Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, we're fucking halfway there, and I'm already
struggling.
No, not struggling. I wouldn't say struggling, but I have finished off my list, so now I'm to the point where I'm like, talking about the movies thing, right? Talking about the going with Scarface, right? Like keeping them in those years, so we're like defining if we're going with the 80s, the 90s, stuff like that. I'm just taking that a little bit more seriously, so I'm doing a little bit more digging as we go here to make sure that I'm going to make sure I reference movies a little bit closer. So, I don't like, you know what? I'm going to save that one for the 90s as well.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this.
I'm not saying the name because we'll get back to it, but I'm saving. So I've already lost 3 to saving them to the 90s, and that makes me a little uncomfortable.
Let's see, if you save them for the 90s, they already might be in the 90s. That's where the kicker is.
Yeah, I know.
And then they're going to be too old to be in the
2000s. No. Oh no. There's another one. Just give me a second. No, I'm just playing. I don't need a second. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. This is something I thought about, and I was like, man, I don't know. But I'm gonna, now that we're in this moment and I'm thinking about it, I'm doing it. Linda Hamilton, Terminator 2.
I like it. Terminator 2, Terminator 1.
T2, Judgment Day.
Wasn't that like 92?
Dude, tell me that's not 92.
Yeah, 84 was the original.
91. Motherfucker.
She's in the original.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Judgment Day, she's all like ripped up and like she got the stringy hair going. All right, let's do I'm gonna move on. Kathy Ireland.
Okay, I dig it. That's a very good pick.
It took me forever to fucking get there.
It's all right.
You're all right.
Maybe not mentally after coming up with this thing. I am going to go to the beautiful year of 1987. A little John Candy movie. Or no, not John Candy. What? Never
You
mind.
okay?
I was thinking of Summer Rental, but the movie
Oh.
Summer School, Courtney Thorne Smith.
Courtney Thorne Smith. Wow.
Did you not have her?
No.
She was
Good
also
one.
in Revenge of the Nerds too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's good. I saw that in the theater as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because you're amazing. All right. I'm going with Daisy Duke. Catherine Bott. I hadn't done a TV one yet that I really, like felt like it was. That's a good one. That's a freaking good one. I'm glad. I feel good.
Really
I feel good. I feel good.
I'm going to go with the horror queen herself, Heather
Ooh.
Thomas.
Oh.
Absolute smoke show there too. Ooh.
Okay.
Where are we at here?
I don't know. Let's see. 15. So this will be number 16. And you had me thinking that you were going somewhere that you didn't go when you said the horror queen. And I was like, oh, I was just going to do that same one. But you were full of shit. And I'm just trying to pull up the year here for what I want to do. So I make sure I don't mess up like I did before. But now I can't fucking find her.
I gotta do a little digging right here too.
Yeah.
Nope.
Whatever. I'm an idiot. I'm so mad at myself right now. Here's what we're gonna do. I know who I'm gonna pick, but let me find the movie so I feel comfortable about it. Ooh. Oh wait, you told me. Oh, that's 90s. There's another one. I just lost another one. Just lost another one, bro. I just lost another one.
I can go again if you want me to.
I don't. I want to find mine. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You wanna fight about this? You're gonna wait. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna go, Jesus Christ, this is killing everything right now. Okay, I'm gonna do one for my wife because she really wanted me to do this. Sally Field. So that's for her. That's for her.
So funny Sally Field note. When we were discussing this, Sally Field came up, and I said, "Oh man, Sack, remember when you were rubbing him out to steal magnolias?"
And the Germans at the onset of World War II in 1939. As the story goes, the woefully unprepared Polish.
What the fuck was that, dude?
My phone was off, but I Googled something really quick just to make sure the year, and I guess it came up.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, yeah, Sally Field, dude. All day. All day.
All right.
All day. You're up, bro.
Top Gun, dude. Kelly Preston.
Kelly Preston.
Don't look
I'll give it
now.
to you.
Just look at her then.
I'll give it to you. I want to inform you that doing the digging that I just did, I just lost another one to the 90s. That would I no, hold on. I would have never thought I would have lost to the 90s, and I'm gonna tell you this one. You're gonna be shocked. Gina Davis,
A League of Their Own.
90s.
That is 90s. It's like
Yeah.
92, 93.
Yeah, but Beetlejuice is still in the 80s, right?
Okay.
But in Beetlejuice, I wouldn't put her on this list. But when you get to Thelma and Louise, League of Their Own, she's got a couple other ones. Then it's like, okay, you're making your way on my list now. So I am checking my next one.
Where are we at here? We got like 18.
I'm gonna switch it up on you. I'm gonna do something fucking crazy. I just told you. So we're gonna stay with Beetlejuice. We're gonna stay with Beetlejuice, and I've already said two of them. Gina Davis going to the 90s. Winona Ryder going to the 90s. This one staying right here in the fucking 80s. Catherine O'Hara.
The mom from Home Alone, huh?
Yup. Oh yeah.
What number is that?
That is 18. No, yeah, 18.
Okay, so I have one more pick.
Yep.
So this is absolutely wild, but as I was preparing the notes for this show, I said, "Oh, I need one more for the 80s." But the thing about it is it's Punky Brewster. I'm just kidding. That's what my wife said.
Dude,
I was
you
like,
had me freaking.
if like
Who's
she
Punky?
put her
Who is she? I don't know. her.
Soleil Moon Frye?
Oh
Look her
yeah, I
up.
forgot. No, I do know who that
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
my
was,
bad.
That was my wife's pick, man.
Okay. Are we
about
really?
that?
Are you really doing that? Because isn't she in stuff in the 90s?
Oh no, she is. I'm not doing that pick.
Okay.
That was just what my
Man,
wife was gonna go with.
creeping me.
Yeah. There are so many there's another creepy one that's probably gonna be picked for the 90s, but there's so many good shows in the 80s, good movies.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a great era, man.
Oh, just absolute era. I'm gonna go with good old action movie, Ray Dong Chong.
What?
You never? Oh, what movie is it?
I don't know, dude.
Commando.
Commando? Who is it? Who are we talking about? I'm lost. Okay. Yeah. I see it.
There's another person from Commando that was in there, but she probably goes to the 90s too. She was on the TV show with Tony Danza in the 80s.
Okay. Tony Danza.
Who's
There
on
was a
Hip Hop.
TV show with Tony Danza in the 80s. I'm not familiar.
All of the TV shows from the 80s.
I know, right? All right. I'm really struggling with this last one too, dude.
Yeah.
Like we kind of got down to that place.
Mm-hmm. That's where the list.
I know what I was going with. I already had one from earlier and I messed it up, but I'm coming back to it now. I'm going back to TV. Sherilyn Fenn. She was on Twin Peaks.
What's the name?
Sherilyn Fenn.
Okay.
All right. So that's our 80s in the books. We have our 80s in the books.
Yeah, that gets a little hard at the end because
it does.
You have so many that overlap.
Yep. So now the 90s. So we just moved like a bunch of people back like to the 90s,
So
right?
your list should be like 20 deep in the 90s now, right?
I didn't write them down because I'm going from the stupid side on this. I'm just trying to have fun. So, oh, that's the 2000s. Damn, I'll remember though. Don't worry about that. Well, I'm sure you'll take some of them too. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Just to make it easier for how I'm keeping everything listed, you need to go first again.
Me?
Yep.
Well, in the 90s, we already brought her up.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Kapowski,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely that tracks. That tracks.
And the thing about her is you can go anywhere with her. Saved by the Bell. She was great in Son-in-Law, the Pauly Shore film.
You know, as a supporting actor, as a supporting actress, she was actually that dude, I love that movie. If I've ever seen
He was
that.
like a stripper.
Dude, you have no idea, man. Like Son-in-Law has been on my rotation for like was on my I actually I'm kind of ashamed to admit this at this point in time, but like Pauly Shore, dude, I loved Pauly Shore. I fucking loved Pauly Shore. I watched all his movies, had them memorized. Okay. So my first one here is going to be kind of weird, I think. I've been waiting for this one. It was one of my ones that moved from the 80s, but I just want to make sure I cite the right movies, okay? Because I got a few of them here. And I do know that you made, you already made the stipulation about, not because of Topless, obviously. I would never, ever, ever do anything disgusting like that in any way, shape, or form. But coming out of the 80s and into the 90s, let's see, 3 episodes on Melrose Place, Showgirls. We'll just use Showgirls. We'll just use Showgirls. Gina Gershon, my number one pick for this era.
That is a woman that just exudes beauty right there. Whew.
Yeah, she's something else.
Something else. I just realized that there was 2 names that I did not put in the 2000s. So I just added them.
Fantastic.
Where is my mind?
Hey, but we're in the 90s. This is where it's going to get tough for me because it's like
Really?
there are so many. Dude, there are so many. They're like, to me, like, that's why. Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
No, let's hear it. Why?
But that's why initially it was like, to me, there was an argument to be made for just doing the 90s versus the 2000s, because in the 90s it's like I seriously, like, it was tough to get 20 for the 80s, but I think it would be easy to get 50 for the 90s. Like
90s and 2000s each.
Yeah. And again, it's not just, it's about the types of movies that were being made during the time, right? Which is actually what started us on this conversation. When we initially came up with this, like, kind of randomly late at night, just a weird idea, because we were talking about, like 90s, 2000s, like teen movies, because they just made so many of them that they had a wide variety of actors and actresses. And so going into this, I picked Gina Gershon right away. And I want to tell you something. Love Gina Gershon. Like, for this list, fantastic. But I'm looking at my 90s movies and it's like, I already feel like I just gave away someone else's spot because I'm only going to get 10. And I didn't want to write them down because then I would lock
You probably should have used Gina for the 80s.
I should have. Fuck.
So I think this all came about because I was watching the old YouTube on Monday, and I watched Just One of the Guys.
Yeah, you sent that to me.
Whatever It Takes. That girl from Just One of the Guys could have been on there too.
Here we go, dude. What's your number 2?
Selma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn.
Wow. See, and I like that we're naming the movies too, because to me that's like we gotta do that right now because of the way these are going. So we're gonna keep that up for sure. And it makes it a little bit more fun for me to try and dig a little bit because now I'm like, ooh, I gotta make like a little bit more of a statement with this. And I like that. I like that a lot. Huh. But now it kind of fucked up where I want to go.
That's the beauty of the exercise.
Christina Applegate is already on the fucking 80s, huh? You
Don't tell
took
mom
her.
the babysitter's dead.
Yeah, that is absolutely where I was going to go with that, dude. Absolutely where I was going to go with that. Okay. Well, we're going to go back to Winona Ryder is going to be my pick here. I don't really have a movie to a reference. I already referenced a couple, but I kept her out of the 80s for some reason. I don't know.
You could have bumped her in for Lucas.
You know what? I don't know. I'm taking that back. I'm taking that back. Here's my pick. I got it for you. Have you ever seen the movie Jawbreaker?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you probably know the actress anyway because she's in a lot of other stuff too, though. Rebecca Gayheart.
Oh, so you don't want Winona Ryder?
Nope. I want Rebecca Gayheart. I told you I want to feel these in the moment, bro. And I've been looking and digging, and I've been like, oh, yeah, that's perfect. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Now I'm like, okay, these are the moments. This is when it matters. We're in crunch time here.
So you are in the moment and just feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a little something you can feel.
Oh.
We're going to go to 1995,
Mm-hmm.
the movie Friday,
Mm-hmm.
Nia Long.
Wow. I'm going to blow your mind, man, because I had one. My next one, I actually have two from the same movie, so I'm going to do them back to back. First one, and you can guess the movie. If you can from the first one, you can guess the movie from the second one.
Clueless?
Rachel True.
I saw her on a list.
She was actually in a lot of movies that I watched during this time because she was kind of like a secondary, like indie, and she did a lot of weird movies, dude. But
you're a weird kind of guy, though, so it all fits, right?
No.
Both of us. Oh, all right. We're gonna go to Clueless. Stacey Dash.
Mm-hmm. 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 And next, same movie. If you haven't figured it out yet, Robin Tunney. Do you know the movie?
I do not.
The Craft.
Is that Fairuza Balk is in that as well?
Fairuza Balk is in that as well.
Yeah.
But if I were ever going to put Fairuza on one of these lists, it would not be for that movie. It'd be for Waterboy.
Damn you, Bobby Boucher. All right.
She showed me her boobies and I liked them a lot.
We're going to stay with Clueless. Alicia Silverstone.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been on my list at some point, by the way. Okay.
So I know Robin Tunney from Prison Break. I knew the name.
Okay. I didn't watch that show, so I'm not really familiar with
it. Like the first season is phenomenal.
Okay. So my next one is going to be hold on. I want to look up the movie that I want to cite for this. I'm trying to do these ahead of time, but like I'm a little behind on it. I apologize. Not that I really care. We're doing the thing, so we're having a good time. We're having a good time. Everybody's here.
And I'm actually writing the numbers down so I don't keep asking how many and stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay. I want to make sure I reference the movie here that I'm going with for this particular actress because just to preface this, she could fit in a lot of ranges, but this is the first that she can fit in that I believe. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right about that. No, those are her producer credits. Holy shit. Who knew? You okay, buddy? How you doing over there? Doing all right?
Some of these names are so sweet they make me want to cry.
Oh, yeah. Could have been in 90s. Skipped this one for the 90s. Moved it up to the for the 80s. Moved it up into the 90s. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Couldn't have been in the 80s. I'm an idiot. Okay. Holy fuck. Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna like in the 90s. Okay, I've got one movie I would put her on the list for, two movies I would put her on the list for, three movies I would put her on the list for, four movies I would put her on the list for, four movies I would put her on the list for in the 90s. Okay, Reese Witherspoon. Could have gone to the 2000s with that one, but definitely wanted to stick it in the 90s. You got Election. Like if you've never seen Election and her as Tracy Flick, if like that doesn't just never mind. Okay. Cruel Intentions. Holy shit. Pleasantville. Great movie. Okay.
In 1990s, I was a teenage boy.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a bunch of shows that had teenage girls on them. But I'm going to shy away from that right now. And I'm going to go with a Steven Seagal classic, Under Siege 2, the debut of Katherine Heigl.
I would have. What? Dude, brutal. That's how I feel about that. Brutal.
Wow, you're going to use her in the 2000s?
No. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna go to bat to get that one not on the list. All right, here we go. On the final bracket. That's one not going on the final bracket right there. Okay, here we go. But I'm gonna go to TV too. I was going to TV as well, so that's fairly interesting. Terry Hatcher, Lois and Clark.
You could have used her in Seinfeld in the 90s as well. They're real and they're spectacular.
I barely watched Seinfeld. And what I have watched, I watched like when it was on Netflix or whatever one it was on. All right. You're up.
The Mask.
Ooh, Cameron Diaz.
Yep.
Good one. Dude, if you go back and watch that movie now, it's almost like she's a Hollywood actress who has had tons of plastic surgery. Because when you go back and look at her in that movie, almost unrecognizable as Cameron Diaz.
I had just watched Bad Teacher about a month ago.
Yeah.
And she don't look anything like she did in The Mask.
No. All right. I'm sticking with TV. And my kind of like thing with women in business suits across this time period, Gillian Anderson.
That's a good pick. I'm guessing the Fox TV show, The X-Files.
The X-Files. I love that show. I watch that every week, man. It would scare the shit out of me too. And P.S. Gillian Anderson. I just saw some footage of her doing an interview thing the other day, like a presentation. She was talking to a group of people. Just one of the most beautiful women alive. Period. End of sentence. You don't need a bracket. All right, you're up, buddy.
Full House. Marla Sokolov. The bad girl Gia.
Why would you do that? I'm vetoing this.
I'm
I'm vetoing that. Why would you put her in the 90s?
Isn't that Dude, Where's My Car?
Marla Sokolov, right?
Yeah.
Let me just make sure I know who I'm talking about here.
She was in that Whatever It Takes movie I just watched the other day as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm checking years because I want to make sure I'm doing this right for you, buddy. No, not that. Melissa and Joey. Okay, so you're putting her in the 90s for being being in Full House for 8 episodes. Okay. That's so that I give her she's one episode of Boy Meets World. All right. 7 episodes of Party of 5. Okay. Seventh Heaven, 1 episode.
Her movies are all 2000s.
In the year 2000, she shows up in Dude, Where's My Car? Then does Sugar and Spice, Strange Frequency. Okay, she was on that. Yeah, she was one on Friends. Desperate Housewife. Oh, wow. This is the only person I've gone through all of their stuff in the.
It's wild, isn't it? Like all the stuff she was just like there,
just randomly in, and it's like, holy shit. Yeah, I just would have thought she would have been better in the 2000s. I feel like there's movies missing that.
There's so many in the 2000s.
Does she have a twin sister? Am I?
No, that was just the movie, Dude, Where's My Car? She was a twin.
No, with Jennifer Garner. Man.
All right. I will resend.
No. I will allow it.
No.
I will allow it because okay, do what you want to do.
Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
I think that's the appropriate place to put her.
Yeah, I actually struggled with that one too. But I think given the amount of conversation we're having about this, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes on that one. Fear. What a good movie. Oh, wait. I already put Reese Witherspoon in there. I can't do it again.
You have the person that you used in the 80s.
Which one? I did like 3 of those.
Or 2.
Oh, I could go. Yeah, but Linda Hamilton is not going to make my list in the 90s. That's part of the problem with that. That's just how that works. Okay, I'm gonna dig a little bit on this one. I'm just gonna make sure because I like to pick. Oh, I already did Robin Tooney, didn't I?
You did, yes.
Yeah, Empire Records. Poof. Oh, and Encino Man. Yeah, she's a winner.
I'm glad you didn't put somebody in there from Empire Records.
Liv Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Or the other one. The other one I would do even less, like for this. Okay, but I am going to steal one from the 2000s right now, very seriously. Claire Danes, Romeo and Juliet. Could for sure be a 2000s, but she killed it in that movie.
In the year 1999, I went on the worst double date of all time. And we went and saw She's All That. So I am going to go with Jodie Lynn O'Keefe.
Isn't she the one that's kind of like, what's her name, but smaller? Jennifer Love Hewitt. She looks like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Then I have the wrong one. Okay. Yeah. I already know my next one here. I'm running out of room and I'm going to make this one kind of off the cuff because I love her and she's great and everything. Claire Forlani. Mallrats.
I think I know who you're talking about.
She
Okay.
plays TS's girlfriend in that movie.
Yeah, that's not my favorite Kevin Smith movie, but
It's not my favorite Kevin Smith movie either.
yeah.
It's my
What's the
second
name?
favorite. It's my second favorite. Kevin
Oh,
Smith movie.
Brandy. Yeah. Okay. Well, I am actually going to stick with Mallrats. Joey Lauren Adams.
Okay.
It's like the peak 90s type.
Hell yeah, it is. I agree with that 100%. All right. So this is my last pick, right?
Yes.
For the 90s. And I feel like we really haven't even scratched the surface, which is crazy to me, but you know. So I'm going to say a few things about this the 90s in general. I there are just way too many. So I'm going to bring this back to something we discussed before we started doing this show. Like, but when we were coming up with the idea of it, about how this was, the era when we grew up, became boys. I guess you could say.
I'm just a boy.
Like we went from being I'm trying to think of a delicate way to say it, man. We started jerking off.
We hit puberty.
Yeah, that's when we hit puberty, right? Like around this would be that era, I guess is the way to say it, right? And we were kind of like, these movies that were like how many times and blah blah, stuff like that. And some of them are weirder than others, and they're not just like the most like traditionally pretty or whatever. And I think I've already missed a couple of people, to be completely honest, that I really wish I wouldn't have missed.
I feel the same way.
But with this call right here for my last pick, this is me making a statement about what my sexual awakening revolved around, attraction wise. Because right now, if I pull up a list and it's like hottest actresses of the 90s, there's a whole thing. One of the numbers is just the cast of Baywatch, and all great choices. All great choices.
Yasmin.
But I'm not doing that. Here's what I'm going with. I'm just going to stop talking about it. I don't know what movie you want me to reference. So, because there are so many of them in the 90s, so I'm just going to say Dazed and Confused, because there are multiple choices from that movie as well. But because I've made such a big deal about this meaning something to me personally and my laws of attraction, Parker Posey. Parker Posey is peak 90s actress, and not traditionally, but oh my God.
So you just had to steal my Joey Lauren Adams there.
Why is that?
Well, she was in Dazed and Confused as well.
Yeah. But I set you up with the Mallrats.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
That's why this is fun, because it just all ties into each other.
Oh yeah.
As I look at my lists, I'm going to say, thank God we are out of the 90s and going into the 2000s, because there are some absolute rockets on this list.
Yeah, this one's gonna be.
This is a tough one.
This one's gonna be weird. I gotta be honest. This is gonna be weird. And again, like with the things we've talked about, like we can say that the 90s were whatever, but the 2000, like I turned 18 in the year 2000, right? So when you're talking about actresses and teen movies and stuff, they were all kind of in our age range and we were becoming adults. So these are the women that, like, you know, I fell in love with. Not just like, oh yeah, they're hot or pretty or whatever, but there are some women on this list for the 2000s that I would like literally sit watching them on the screen and fall in love. Fall in love.
I agree. And I'm going to count real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I have 12 on my list currently, and because of the amount of teen movies, it's
going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and we're going to leave some names off the list. Okay, buddy, you go first.
You know where I want to go, but I can't right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Gretchen Wieners.
What?
Yeah.
Why? How do you confuse the shit out of me? I don't get it. Who?
Lacey Chabert.
Oh. Lacey Sherbert.
You never saw Mean Girls?
Yes, I've seen Mean Girls, but I don't know. Like, you can't reference it at me. I have seen it though, and honestly, like I enjoyed it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of time in between most of these because this is just, and I don't even want to do the next one. We can just pretend we did it, and we'll just send names to each other. But I don't know where I want to go first. I'm being completely serious about this, right? Because this is so I'm just gonna go with my heart. Monica Bellucci.
Really?
Monica Bellucci. She's the first. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Matrix Revolutions. That's what's putting her on this one for the 2000s.
Okay, that's not where I thought you would go at all, but I'm here.
Okay, I'm interested.
I don't mind.
Well, good, because it wasn't your pick.
So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Been ready.
Tyra Collette.
Cool. Okay. You're killing me, bro. Oh.
How?
I don't know. Just. This is really hard for me.
This is going to be the hardest one.
Yeah, by a lot. By a lot. All right.
I mean, this is like just the seating in this bracket is going to be the absolute worst.
So I'm gonna say I want to go with one from like one of my favorite like movies. You know, like I'm really trying to make sure that I'm sticking to the like this is really working for me because like there are so many good ones and it's really hard to. So I want to think about those specific moments. And I'm gonna go to the movie Sin City. There's a lot of places I could go right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of places I could go right now. Carla Gugino, Carla.
I was going to go with her in the 90s for the movie Gladiator, the boxing movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
She was
It's
the
okay.
boyfriend of Tommy Riley. Yeah.
It's okay. Yep,
All
you're
right.
up.
I let me verify one because I may have
Okay.
missed it in the 90s, and
Okay.
that is a sin. I did, and this I missed it. I put her in 2000 because I thought it was 2000,
Uh-oh.
but yeah, but she's been in so much it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
I think this is the time to go back to 2002. Go with the new guy, Eliza Dushku.
How did I see? And when we were first talking about this is why I should have been writing things down the whole way. Because when we were first talking about this, she was like the first name on my list. I wonder how many things I've missed. I already have. Dude, I've got my next one in the chamber, so I can go right for it if you're ready.
Can I give a little process since we're still doing the show?
100%.
If this person doesn't get named, can we put her in the 90s and take your girl Under Siege 2 out?
Under Siege 2.
Heigl.
Oh, for sure. Who?
Okay.
You're not going to tell.
Bikini. Ali Larder. Varsity Blues.
It's even fucking worse.
Really? Whipped cream
yes.
bikini? That was peak, dude.
No. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. She's like she's pretty great in that, but she's still like the fourth hottest chick in that movie. All right, can I go now?
Yeah, you please do.
Okay. I've had this one in the chamber for a while. Eva Mendes.
Yep. Too Fast, Too Furious.
Hitch.
I'm glad we're
Hitch.
Yeah, Hitch. Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I was looking her up, I did not realize she's married to Ryan Gosling.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
No.
My wife was like, "Oh, you didn't know that?"
That's like I give a fuck who any of these people are married to.
Yeah. Since you just brought up Eva Mendes, I'm going to stay in the Paul Walker theme. And I am going to bust out of the blue, Jessica Alba. So
I'm actually glad you didn't go back to like you didn't just do that on Sin City too, because Into the Blue.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie. I was not prepared for that movie actually being like good. And it's interesting. I mean, it's not a good movie, but it was like really
a great movie.
It was really overlooked for like for its
nobody
time
talks
period.
about that.
All right, I'm doing a little dig on this one just so I make sure I don't, because I feel kind of weird about this specific.
So let me ask you this: you're an 18-year-old guy
in
the 2000s.
Yeah.
Did you get Maxim magazine and FHM and all those magazines, or were you just sticking to the Playboys?
I don't know. I think that's like I mean, we looked at like FHM got big, right, for like a little bit of time. Maxim was big for a little bit of time. Yeah.
I feel like with,
I mean, I collected Playboys. We just sold a bunch of them, but like so it's not like, but that like they kind of fell off, and then like those other magazines got away with like better stuff. I don't know. It wasn't full whatever, but God, I don't know.
I just feel like a lot of these were on the covers.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you can go back and find the covers. Okay, this is gonna be a really weird pick here, but not necessarily for the pick, but because I'm gonna put it in the 2000s no, yeah, we're gonna do this. The movie is what makes it weird. Okay, the movie is what makes it weird. Kate Mara, We Are Marshall.
She's hot though.
She does a really good job in that movie too. I like, dude, that movie. The first time I saw that movie, it made me fucking weep like a baby.
No, that's a. You could have used her in the '90s too for Karate Kid 3. Isn't that her?
I don't know. I've never seen it. Karate Kid 2 is the last Karate Kid movie that was ever made.
You don't watch Cobra Kai either?
Oh, I've watched Cobra Kai, but that's not a movie. Haha. Got you, bitch.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go the TV route on this next one, and this era. Coach used to come over every Sunday and watch HBO with us.
Yeah.
Sloane from Entourage, Emmanuel Shariki.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Actually, she was in my research. She was definitely high on my list. I hadn't gotten to it, and we've been doing like on the fly research, so I've been really like enjoying that aspect of it. So I kind of threw out anything that was in my head previously. All right, because wedding.
Kate Mara, Shooter. That's the movie I was thinking of. Isn't she in Shooter?
Shooter. Is that the one with
Mark Wahlberg?
I thought
She's
that
a
was
sniper.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Wedding Crashers is in 2005, so therefore Isla Fisher is on for the 2000s.
First date. Yeah, my wife saw Wedding Crashers.
Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good one, bro.
Thanks, man. So, with the time frame, I'm going to take this next actress, and I'm going to use her in a rock movie. I believe it was 2004. Ashley Scott. For Walking Tall.
I never saw that movie.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a remake, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The 1950s movie, I believe.
I was trying to think of who was in the one that he's in with Stifler.
The one they go on like the safari.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a cool movie, man.
Walking Tall or the Stifler?
Yeah. Walking Tall. No, the Stifler one. Jesus Christ, dude, you got me all fucked up. I'm sitting here. Hey, so I'm gonna do this because you were just talking about first date. I'm gonna go back to like movie date night that my wife and I on one of our like the first 2 weeks we were dating. So it was like the second or third date we went out. We did an all-day movie thing at the theater where we went to three films. And one of them that we saw became one of my all-time favorite movies. And the director is one of my favorite directors because he's very artistic. The movie is The Fountain. The actress is Rachel Weisz.
Okay. I believe she was on a Maxim back in the day, wasn't she?
Oh, yes. And also could have put her in for The Mummy on this one, but that would have put her in the 90s. So, because that's 99. So I waited on that one, and I actually did okay. I finally waited on one and actually remembered to put it on the list.
Okay. If she's good enough for Derek Jeter, she's good enough for me. Minka Kelly.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay, buddy. Hey, you're one of us. That's a tough one. I was gonna put her in the 90s and I decided not to. Should I wait for the 2010s? What movie do I mean, this person is going on a list. Okay, this specific person is going on the list for one of these years. I've skipped it. I skipped it for the 90s. So let me just double check where I want to be. You know what? Fuck it. We're in the 2000s, right? We're still in the 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Gone in 60 Seconds, Lara Croft, Original Sin, Life or Something Like It,
Jolie.
Taking Lives, Guy Captain Sucked, Alexander, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We're still in the 2000s, The Good Shepherd, Entourage, an episode in Entourage, Beowulf was cool, Kung Fu Panda, she was a voice, Changeling, Wanted, Salt, goes into 2010. Angelina Jolie, you get on this list for this segment. Yeah. She made much better movies in the 2010s, but 2000s. Angelina Jolie. And if I had to pick one of the movies, by the way, it would be Wanted, probably.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Gone in 60 Seconds, I don't think.
With the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
No, actually, honestly, the one I wanted to go with for the 2000s was going to be Lara Croft. And I think that's probably where it should be. It should be Tomb Raider. Or Original Sin, but that movie was hard to watch. Anyway, you're up.
Bring it on. Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle.
She deserves it.
Hell yeah. I agree. That movie's intense. All right. I'm checking this one because I kind of think this is a 2010 for me. And I'm trying to hold on to those because I know it's going to be so hard to fucking. I'm just going to feel so creepy. I'm going to be doing like 50-year-old women. Oh, those are 2010. Please, fanboy. Oh, yes. Forgetting Sarah Marshall was 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Bell.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to put her on, and I ran out of space.
Had to. Dude, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is just, first of all, one of the funniest fucking movies ever. All right.
Are you a James Bond fan?
I am, actually.
Die Another Day.
Mm-hmm. Good movie.
Halle Berry.
It's an interesting pick.
Really?
Did you not want to go with Swordfish because you didn't want to do Topless? Is that like okay?
Yeah. Or what's the other one? Monsters Ball?
Yeah, that movie is rough, dude. All right, so if we're going for the 2000s, I'm trying to this last one here. Oh wait, no, I've got two more. Never mind, I've got two more.
I have one. See, I don't have the big problem that you have
with what
the 2010s.
I mean, I'm not saying I have a prop. I'm just I don't
get it.
It takes the okay. Let me make sure this movie is the right year because it's going to be my last one, and I definitely gets on for this movie specifically.
Oh, you have two.
I have two. God damn it! I'm an idiot. Yeah. I just didn't we just cover that?
Mm-hmm.
2004. Make sure I say this name right. Alicia Cuthbert.
I saved her for 2010s.
Did you?
You used her for The Girl Next Door?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a great pick.
Yeah.
That's a great pick.
I feel like we're purposely leaving like one or two people off. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's gotten weird. Like 'cause I know where we are on this. Like we each got one more pick for the 2000s here. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, what do you got?
Did you ever see the movie Roll Bounce?
I think I did actually.
The
Seriously.
skating rink?
Yeah.
Megan Good.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Oh man.
I guess you're not purposely leaving anyone off.
No, I shoveled them over to the 10s. Cuthbert's a great pick there because there's so many. Actually, you could go to one movie in particular that I purposely left people off of in the 2000s because I didn't have space.
Okay. Well, I can't leave this one off for two movies. For two movies very specifically, I have to put her in the 2000s, not in the 2010s. Okay. Transformers and Jennifer's Body. Megan Fox.
Yep.
And that was one I couldn't let slide. There have been a couple other ones though that I thought that, you know, one in particular that I think we're both being very coy about, but I think we both know who. Okay, speaking of, now we go into the 10s. Are we really doing this? We're gonna really. Well, how long have we been on? Oh, an hour 6. Oh, we're good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. These are the ones that make me feel very old and pervy, but that's okay. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? I worked on this movie. I told you this story, I believe.
Dude,
right?
fuck you. Why are you gonna do this? You come into the 2010s just like ripping my first pick out of my fucking hands, huh? Okay,
Alice
I got
Eve.
you. Alice Eve.
And see, this isn't pervy because she's our age.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I mean, dude, has there ever been a more precisely named movie than She's Out of My League? Like, just perfectly titled movie.
If you ever decide to come to the city of Pittsburgh, there are so many Marlas in Pittsburgh.
All right. Let me make sure I'm referencing movies still, since you know we're at that point. 2010s. All right.
Come on, Sally Field. Tell me how you really feel.
I know, right? Like that. It's like a Sally Field. Like, come on, dude. Now I'm being like this. Like, yeah, okay. So we're gonna make this one really easy. We're gonna say Baywatch, the remake, because you want to talk about Baywatch, the whole cast, the remake of that movie, pretty much right there. But I'm going to be very specific and try and say this last name, Alexandra Daddario.
I had her in for San Andreas.
Did you?
Yeah, she's like my number 2 on my list. And by the way, you were very pervy for bringing that one up.
Which one?
Isn't she like young?
Is she?
I think so.
I don't think so. Now I'm looking it up because I'm like, what the fuck, dude? She's been on True Detective, like naked and shit.
Yeah.
So she can't be young.
Dude,
1986, bro.
Okay.
Not young.
I thought she was way younger. We didn't put anybody from Baywatch, and Baywatch was 90s TV.
I know.
Pam Anderson.
I know, no Pam Anderson, no Carmen Electra, like none of them.
Yeah, no Yasmin. See, like
Yasmin Bleeth.
Those are names I thought you were gonna put on, so I didn't put them on.
Dude, I just and I haven't been playing like off of you, like waiting for what you're not saying, like just going for what I like, and that's why I like the way we're doing it with the digging as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're up.
So you brought up Kristen Bell for Sarah Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
I see your hoo-ha from here. Mila Kunis.
I see your hoo-ha.
Friends with Benefits.
Yeah, good one. Although I think Ted.
Yeah, that's 2012, I believe. I looked that up earlier.
Yeah. This one is hard, man. Let me.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying it's hard because there aren't like it's easy in that way, but the modern aspect of it just kind of like because you don't even know what's real. But we're not getting into that. Let's do this. I'm gonna go. I like now I'm checking because I'm just really. All right.
Now I'm like, a lot of my list is going away, so I'm like, are these movies in 2020s now?
Yeah. Okay. I've been kind of waiting for this one, to be honest, though. Edge of Tomorrow, Emily Blunt.
I dig it.
And by the way, you could put her in for quite a few movies during this time period. But yeah.
All right. I'm going to go to a very underlooked TV show that was freaking awesome. The League.
The League is fantastic. Leslie Bibb.
Yeah.
Leslie Bibb. So you went to the League to get Leslie Bibb.
And Jenny,
You're the best, dude.
Yeah. I fit her into the time period, man. This is a hard decade to do, truthfully.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, here we go. We're gonna keep working here. I keep digging, but then I get back, and then I'm like, this isn't like I lose my spot. I have to look at their ages. That's all that's like just how old are they?
Yeah, I mean, we could have used probably Jennifer Aniston here for We're the Millers. That would have been a good spot. I don't know. Just saying.
Actually, I mean, I hate to yeah.
The 80s and the 10s are the hardest.
Margot Robbie. How like I'm overthinking this. That's what it is. I'm trying to look for like
You're trying not to be pervy.
Well, not just that, but I'm trying to be like, okay, but I watched this movie and like they really stuck out because of this scene or because of like how they looked specifically in this movie. Like they made a difference to the movie, not just whatever. And also, yes, definitely. Yeah. But my next one is probably going to be the perviest one.
What Margot Robbie movie are we dumping in here in the 10s?
Suicide Squad.
Okay.
The remake. I don't know. Do I really need to
go with your favorite Harley
Wolf of Wall Street? I mean, may as well just make it Wolf of Wall Street.
Yo, we didn't bring in old Sharon Stone in the 80s. How about that?
No, Sharon Stone didn't make it.
Wow. All right. We're gonna go to 2016. And
I think I was gonna put Sharon Stone in the 90s, and then I just fucking forgot.
Probably, yeah. The Shallows. You haven't seen that, you said?
Yeah, I've seen it. The one where she like waits for the CGI sharks to kill her.
Yes.
Yeah, terrible movie. All right, here we go. And I am going to cite a movie for this. The movie is We Are Your Friends. Great movie, especially if you like EDM music. Emily Ratajkowski.
You could have Well, she was. I remember her from Entourage. Remember,
Yeah.
she was like the hottest chick. Yeah.
Yeah, but in that movie, and she's like one of the main characters too. Like she knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, we're not just going for hot chicks here. We're going for
Well,
their roles in movies
I am.
as being a hot chick.
Yeah.
All right, here's one that I wanted to put in the 2000s, but I couldn't because I had so many. Hayden Panettiere, Scream 4. I believe she's in.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. I wanted to use her, what is it? I Love You, Beth Cooper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
would have done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually I had that on my mental list. Also heroes. Okay, so there are two that neither one of there are two names that I cannot believe are not on any of these lists yet. And it's almost like we're playing chicken. There are two of them. Two very high profile, large names.
I forgot one too. Dang it. Go ahead.
No, I mean, now, like, because there are so many that I've wanted to say, but it's like, man, I really want to dig for, but then I don't want to pass up on like the more obvious ones. But I'm not purposely trying to not be obvious. I'm just trying to think of specific movies. Okay, people, I'm trying to take this very seriously.
Yeah, we are very serious in our accreditation.
Oh, always, 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 always. Okay, I'm done. Should have been in the 2000s. We'll just do it in the 2010s. Let me get a movie though, just for reference. Should have been in the 2000s. We're moving to the 2010s. I think I purposely let this go to the 2010s. Let's see. Ew. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Oh, I liked that movie. All right. No. I think this is better as a 2010s, actually. ScarJo. Got to get ScarJo on the list. Got to get ScarJo on the list. Don Juan. Great movie. Fucking good one.
Don John.
Yeah, that's what I'm Don John. Yeah. All right, buddy. I took my time with that. I made sure I got a movie for it.
Thank you.
Well, because like Lost in Translation was what I was gonna go with, but she's really young in that movie.
There was that one movie. She shows up like at the end of it. Has Jennifer Connelly in it. I can't think of it. But anyways.
Oh my God, Jennifer Connelly. How did we get past?
There's names that.
Like, oh my God, dude.
Yep.
Failure. Okay.
Here's another one that I slid into the 2010s because I didn't have space for in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. She's now on Chicago PD. Sophia Bush.
Oh, yeah. Good one. That's not a bad one to move out to, like into the. Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to.
I wanted to use some of the girls from John Tucker Must Die, but
just didn't make the cut.
No.
All right. So for the next obvious one, since I guess I get to be the one that has to name off the obvious ones.
Yeah, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, sure. That's what I want to be. Captain Obvious. But now I have to dig for the movies the movie that I want to reference for it, since there's so fucking many of them.
I missed a very obvious one in a very obvious time period that I wanted to put her in for.
Oh, we're not supposed to do things because of nudity, though, huh?
Yeah, try it. Not
Okay, whatever. I don't even. Oh wait, that's not even in the 2010s because it came out last year. American Hustle. I'm gonna throw her in for American Hustle.
American Hustle.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who?
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence, dude.
Okay.
Come on. We're skipping obvious ones here. I had to be the one to say ScarJo and J-Law. Are you kidding me here? I feel like you weren't gonna say anything. Like either one.
Here's, I totally passed on somebody, but Gal Gadot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see Summer Catch?
Which one's that? Is that the one
Cape
with
Cod League?
Yeah,
Freddie
yeah.
Prinze?
Yep.
There was an obvious one in that.
There's been a lot of them,
Yeah.
but I'm not. That's not where I'm just going where I want to be. Now I'm digging, and I'm probably digging so far past all of these like movies and everything else that I would have thought about. But that was I liked when we were talking about movies and it would come up, right? Like because I don't know, I feel like I can. Just wait, I'm there. I'm really not. Oh. Okay, wait, I have to verify an age. Okay, not that young actually. Let me get
we missed another one from the 2010.
Let me get a let me get a movie that I wanna. Let's do as Cinderella in the remake of Cinderella, Lily James. You good, bro?
I don't know, man.
What's going on?
Just missing some people. That's all. I gotta look at this Lily James. Let me see what you're talking about. Okay.
Oh, did I get one by you?
That's not who I thought it was.
Oh,
I didn't know her by name.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the Showtime series Shameless?
Yes.
Emma Rossum.
Mm-hmm. First time I'm Hey, can I oh wait, no, that wouldn't be the 2010s. We'd have to do like the 2020s. I want to put mommy in it.
Okay.
Like, oh my god, dude. I'm sorry, but she is just oh. All right, here we go. You ready? Just won an Oscar. Absolutely happy for her as an actress. She's had plenty of great movies. Emma Stone. Now, Emma Stone is tough for me to do a movie because she was kind of in the teen movie era. Like at the end of it,
bad.
right? Like, yeah. And like that's all good and shit. But let me make sure I get the movie that I want to get for this one, okay? Okay.
I think we missed another one too.
Holy fuck. We'll do La La Land for that one. I think. No.
For Emma? Easy
No.
A.
Zombieland.
Oh, yes,
Zombieland.
that's a
Emma
good movie.
Stone. We'll do Zombieland. Emma Stone in the house. Okay, you're up.
Am I ever? Jesus.
Terrible.
This one's hard.
That's what she
Me,
said.
this is a pretty obvious one as well.
Ooh.
Oh no! Don't tell me she doesn't qualify. Yes, she does. Zoe Saldana,
Ooh.
the Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Colombiana.
I mean, Colombiana.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Let me get the movie for this one that I want to. Dude, we're getting down to the end here.
It's like so weird too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're weird.
Oh, clearly.
I mean, look at what we're doing on a fucking Saturday night, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos. Need somebody to punch us. All right, so I want to pick the movie. I'm gonna go with here for the last one. Oh man, I don't want to do that. That'd be cool though. Oh, should this have been a 2000s instead of a 2010s?
Probably.
Oh no, no, because I don't like her in that movie either. Oh no. Oh yeah, this probably should have been a 10 or a 2000s instead of a 10. But I don't care. I'm gonna fucking make it work because there's still tons of movies here to work with. So I'm just gonna pick one and say Les Mis. Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
Okay, can I just say something real quick before we move away from this one? I can't believe I almost let Anne Hathaway finish this list without Anne Hathaway being on it. I did miss her in the 2000s. That's my bad. But I don't know what I would have put her on there for. Like Princess Diaries?
Is she in the Black Swan?
No.
No.
Oh, you know what though? Devil's Wear Prada would have got her on the 2000s. Damn. That's all right. You're up, buddy.
Brittany Snow.
Who?
You ever see Pitch Perfect?
No. Why the fuck would I see Pitch Perfect? Fuck kind of thing is that to say to a man? Good God, dude. I guess I have to make the last pick.
Please end this.
I had so many that I've missed. So many that. Yeah. It's another one that should have been in the 2000s, dude. I really fucked that up.
Yeah, just that's a hard one because there are so many.
Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, Keira Knightley.
Good pick.
All right, man. Well, that's official.
It sure is.
And I'm going to get that all typed up, and I'm going to get some reference images for the wife or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll put little links up to their IMDb pages next to everybody's name, and then I'll just email it to you, and you can put your rank next to it and do your thing, and we'll do ours, and then I'll get the bracket worked up, we'll get some thumbnails made, and we'll be good to go, bro.
I can't wait, man.
Oh my god, this bracket is gonna be fucking wild.
It is, and we miss so many.
Oh, we
just
missed
looking
so
back.
many. But I also think like so here's the thing. Like, did we really miss any or did we find a bunch? Because like we were sitting here thinking about it from the ways of like how we would, how we would have looked at it or things that we thought about. So like every one that we caught obviously brought up some sort of memory, right? Like something that so the ones that we missed, like probably were ones that maybe we're supposed to have an attract like something with that we just don't, like I mean there's plenty that I wanted to be like yeah, and then I was like yeah, and then there are other ones that I didn't even think of, and then as I'm scrolling through while we're doing it I'm like, oh my god, how did I miss, like how would I have forget, I like it, it went well.
So the wild thing is all those magazines that we were brought up with kind of train you to go a certain way,
Mhm.
and we didn't. So
No, we
I
didn't at
think it's
all.
okay.
I can tell you this. I don't think that the younger versions of ourselves would have like made the list the same way. Like it would have
No,
been all you know what I mean? And now that we're older looking at it, and it's like the things that actually stuck with us, like Parker Posey, for instance, dude, like I'd leave my wife for her right now. I don't even know how old she is. She can't be that much older than me, right? Like, fuck it. Let's go. Show up at my doorstep. We'll run away together. I don't care. Like, but back then I would have never put her on a list like that. Like if we were doing this as younger kids, because it's just she wasn't the sex symbol of the era. She was just an interesting actress that did great things and had an impact on me, down there.
yeah, we don't have the Pam Andersons. We don't have Jessica Biel is one that
I can't believe that one got through.
yeah, like
So many
that's
options.
I've been
But
thinking of it.
do you know how many times I fucking looked at like her picture, like over the course of this at different times? And I was just like, yeah, but like the only movie I would have been like, okay, so we did it by movie, right? And we really tried to break it down by movie. And the only movie that Jessica Biel came to mind for would have been like for me, like that I was just like, oh, Jessica Biel is in this. Yeah. Was Blade 3. Like,
It's awful
like,
movie.
yeah, it's an awful movie, but she looked really good in it and she did really interesting. But like for me, Jessica Biel is from Seventh Heaven, dude. She was a kid.
Right. Seventh Heaven, or like I said, Summer Catch.
Yeah, she was young in that.
Yeah. You have who else are we missing here? I just had a brain fart of who I was going to bring up. Obviously, Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
That would have been a big name.
Yeah.
Um,
At one point.
Yeah. Kristen Cruick, Denise Richards.
Yeah.
Nev
So
Campbell.
so Alex. Oh fuck! Why am I brain farting on the last name? Allison Mack. Not Alex Mack, but Alex Mack. Alex Mack, we were just talking about when we brought up 10 Things I Hate About You, right? Because, and I just watched that again too. And Julia Stiles is kind of wow in that movie. She's playing a great character, by the way, when you go back and watch it. And if you actually listen to the shit she says in 2024, you're sitting there going, holy fucking shit. Why didn't we listen to this girl? But Alex Mack, the actress, I don't even know her real name, but the actress that played Alex Mack in the Nickelodeon show is in that too. And that was like going to be one of my top ones. And then I just floated right by it because I just watched that movie and I was thinking to myself, there's other shit out there that I want to put on the list and just kind of, But Allison Mack, talking about Kristen Cruick, Smallville was a great show. A lot of people, I had Laura Vandervoort on my, because she was Supergirl in that show. And like a lot of great people came through that show. But like she got arrested for basically like for recruiting girls into her agency. And it was basically like human trafficking shit. and she got arrested a while ago for that shit. So it's like, oh, now I'm like, yeah, when I was a kid, I was in love with her. Not a kid. Smallville started after I graduated high school. Jesus Christ, I wish I was still a kid back then. God damn, dude. But still, like, not gonna, you know.
Yeah.
So are we gonna do a hunkiest actors version of this too? We're gonna do the no homo version where we just go through all the guys that were because again, Smallville would be a big show.
We don't have Eva Longoria. We don't have.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, there's like a lot of people that we don't have, and I
Mhm.
think it's okay because
No, I think it's fucking awesome. Personally,
Yeah.
I like,
like
Elizabeth Hurley. How did we
Elizabeth
fucking
Hurley.
forget Elizabeth Hurley?
What we didn't have Demi Moore.
That's okay. Jamie Lee
We didn't
Curtis.
have
When you said horror queen, I thought
Lies.
you, huh? I thought you were
True
going
Lies.
with. I thought you were going with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then I was gonna make a joke about because it would have been 80s, so I was gonna make a joke about oh fuck, why am I'm brain farting again, dude? The brain farts have been huge today. Trading Places.
That just released on 4K. I just picked it up.
Full frontal.
Yeah. There's just it's okay, but I think that's what makes this bracket good because
it's
there's
interesting.
such a dynamic of just difference.
And don't forget, not all of these names are going on the bracket either.
Right. And then
Like,
we didn't even go with American Pie. Shannon Elizabeth, Tara Reid at the time were hot. Like,
at the time.
That's
the thing. Yeah. I couldn't even fucking look at Tara Reid. You look at her picture
Van
today,
Wilder,
and you're just like,
yeah.
Van Wilder. That's a good
movie. White bikini when she came out. Oh,
Van Wilder. Just I was never into her. See, that's the thing. Like, it's what are you into really? Like, because. And I bet when you look at our list, you're gonna see our type come out too. But that's okay.
Maybe.
But yeah, no. I know it got a little clunky, but wanted to make sure we're naming names and it's not just thrown together cheesy. I like that we look shit up and
we're naming roles too. That significant the time frame because You're not looking at Elizabeth Shue now in Cobra Kai. You're looking at Elizabeth Shue in 1984.
Yeah.
So that's what makes this special. Like Christina Applegate, what does she have, like ALS now or something?
She had cancer. Like she's had a rough go of it. Yeah.
And we're judging her by Kelly Bundy.
Yeah. Yeah, so and she's another one that could. Oh my God, Drew Barrymore is nowhere on this list, right? Like, and I mean that's interesting because like Drew Barrymore could go either way, but she's been in a ton of stuff. Like, could have used a ton of movies to reference. But you're right, like that there are so many movies where it's like you think you could go, but we went other places, and I like. I like it. That turned into a pretty fun little exercise there, buddy.
So, like in 1990, you had Baywatch and you had 90210, which were probably the two big shows for our age group, and we don't have any of them on there.
No.
So, I mean, like it makes this more defined and more special.
Minka Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Minka Kelly. I like Minka Kelly.
I know you do. You do. You're like, if I had, she'll probably be your number one. All right, so I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna you have your list, so you can just rank them and send them to me however you want. Since you already know, I'm gonna get something worked up for wifey to go through and look, and I'm gonna rank my list. We'll compile them. I'm gonna try and get something cool, like I told you, and we'll get back to this and get the bracket going, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to do a live show. so chat can interact and help us vote. If anybody watches this,
Yeah. If they don't, who cares? We're having fun with it. We're having fun with it, man. That's what we're fucking here for.
Dudes being dudes, you know.
For real. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I mean, we just took it to a place that I didn't expect it to go to when we started this, and I think that's kind of the fun of the exercise too, is realizing like we can pretend like we're being super like about it, like, ooh, beautiful woman, but like we just kind of proved that's not the way we approached it. So like naturally we're just doing it from a place of like respect, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the process. I'm excited for our next show, and I'll get that bracket up and we'll get moving forward.
Yeah, like originally we were going to do the American League of Baseball today, and look at where we went. We're
still going to do baseball, dude.
Yeah, we have a big baseball preview coming up next weekend. And for opening day, that's going to be great. We have a guest that's going to be on. Returning guest. But yeah, sometime midweek this week, we're going to do our bracket, and we're going to see who the true queen of the screen is.
I'm excited, man.
It's riveting. It's going to be a fun thing. And you got anything else left to say?
No, not really. I'm pretty good. I'm tapped out.
All right, Dylan, get to the chopper. Have a good night. Tough guys out.
Later.